Yo guys, what's up, it's Krypz and welcome to another Destiny video. So today I'm actually showing you all the new Eververse sets which came out today in the new season. These can be found in the Eververse store right now. Now I've bought them all for all three of my characters so I can show you properly how the shader and the armor combos you want to go for. So I'd really appreciate it guys if you consider dropping a like on the video and also consider subscribing. I'm also trying to hit 7,000 subs by the end of the month, so that'd be greatly appreciated. Now this video will be split into 3 segments: Hunter, then Titan, then Warlock, so go ahead and skip to the set you really want to see. And yeah guys, I just want to get straight into this as I'm really excited about the new armor. So now moving on to the Hunter Eververse set. So here it is in game. It looks really nice and it's very similar to that of Empyrean Cartographer with the little glow lines. So now we're going into character screen so I can better show you this. Now this may look bad to some people, but personally I think I really like it. Now this set really shines when you start to include the shaders, so I'm going to be showing you all now. So Monochromatic does look nice on this set, but I wouldn't recommend it because it gets rid of the glow lines, which I think is really unique to the set. Amethyst Valor is a really nice one as it brings out the purple in the glow, so I definitely just use this on the cloak, not so much on the arms but probably the cloak and the boots. Night's Chill is another nice one that you can use from the season of Undying Pass. Oiled Gunmetal is quite nice if you just want a clean black cloak or boots. So you see another nice shader, and one of my favourite shaders, Dawn and Festiveness. The new Abyssian Gold shader is also extremely nice, which this one is actually being sold right now in the brightest store. So yeah, pretty much the whole set can be fully shaded, which is really nice and was something I was quite worried about. As you can see, there's nothing that stays a static colour and all of it can be changed. And some nice armour you can use with this is Empyrean Cartographer. I think this just works perfectly with this set. Empyrean and this set just merge perfectly together, and I'm going to try and show you all what I mean now. So as you can see, using the Empyrean arms, you can see the glow lines here just match perfectly with the whole set. So you can go ahead and mix and match this armour with the Empyrean, as obviously this is to me the best armor you can combo with this because of the glow. So now we can see is Metro Shift here, doesn't look too bad. Then obviously Amethyst Veil. So you can really mix this set very well together. Obviously you want to try and get a little bit gold in the helmet and maybe even the cloak so it matches a bit better. But Empyrean Cartographer and this new Eververse set just mix so nicely together. Like literally, as you can see, the glow is the exact same, it's not altered in any way. So now talking about the set as a whole, I'd say the weak point for the whole set is definitely the helmet. All the rest of the gear can be matched with all different sorts of gear and fit really nicely together with other sets. I would say just the helmet is the only underwhelming part of this set. So yeah, as you can see all around, it looks really cool, matches a lot with the different armors. The thing I was worried about was the fact that these like pouches would not shader, but as you can see they shader perfectly and there's no issue with shader in this set whatsoever, as the whole set changes and there's not a static color for any of the pieces. So that's really nice to see, and it's really nice to see with Bungie have taken this a very cool theme for all 3 of these sets. But yeah, that's quickly what I want to show you all, was some nice shaders that work well, as well as my own review on the armor, which I'd say is probably one of the best sets they've sold so far in the Eververse. All I'd say is the helmet is a bit underwhelming compared to the rest of the gear, although this helmet can still work very nicely in other sets without this gear. As you can see, you can make it work quite nicely, possibly with the Northlight set. That's also a really nice set which matches quite well with this, as I'll show you all now. So the Northlight hood. So if you get something like this and maybe change this to like gold, so with these horn hooks here and on the face, I think it just, with the Northlight hood, it can work really nicely. So it's not like it's terrible. I'd highly recommend, if you're looking to buy a new set, buy this. There's a lot of versatile pieces in this, and you can blend it with a bunch of armors. It doesn't even have to be Empyrean. As you can see, it works really nicely with Northlight as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the Hunter set, and now I'm going to be moving on to the Titan set. So now moving on to the Titan Eververse set, here it is. Now this one took me completely off guard, especially with the helmet, as I didn't think it would come out this much with the horns, but it actually does, and I think it looks really cool and unique compared to most things that we've seen in game. Now this armor has constant glows throughout the armor, with these nice little glow lines like we've seen on the Hunter, throughout all the parts of the armor, and as well as this little cosmic little like animated background, as you can see, and this actually goes throughout the whole piece, as you can see on the chest plate here. But this does get eliminated by the shaders, which I've noticed. Now I'm going to be showing you all a bunch of shaders and then the combos for the armor. So a bunch of these shaders, obviously they're not among the best, but they're some of the nicest I think in the game. So Refurbished Black Armory, this one's from Forges, and this one looks really nice. The Biggies and Nightshade is very different and offers a really nice purple set if you like that. This one was also from Forges. This one, Kaminica, was from the Season of Arrival's Crucible Pursuit. Metro Shift, possibly one of the nicest ones if you don't like the glow and you just want it as like a clean set. This helmet looks really cool with it. Resilient Laurel's another nice blue one you can use. And then there's Krypz and Valor, which was going to be from the Crimson Days event. I don't know if they're going to bring this into Eververse. The new Abyssian Gold from the Brightest store right now. Highly recommend this, as this looks nice on all these sets. Now Carbon Blood also looks really nice on this set, and this was sold at the end of last season. And then Amethyst Veil, which is what most people use, and this one is just from Bright Engrams and can sometimes be sold at the Brightest store. But yeah, this looks very clean on the set. I just wanted to show you all some shaders, obviously, just to get an idea of how it shaders, and just like the Hunter set, there is no part of this set which is non-shaderable, which is fantastic. You can change absolutely everything about the armor, which is what I love. Now, pairing this with other armor is going to be a little bit more difficult than you may think. This armor is so unique that, you know, only certain parts may match with other armor. So as for the boots for the Titan, I do not think these boots will match well with other sets, although the chest plate and the helmet I think would match amazingly with a lot of different armor. Now I'm going to show you all some arms which I think could look really nice. So as you can see, this is the Lucent Night gauntlets. Now these were from the Dawning event, so if you chuck these on and, you know, go into any set like Metro, as you can see, with the right shader you can make it look really nice. So I think this can work. The only issue with these arms with this shader though is because they're much shinier, and I've noticed that the fur goes shiny too, so that's a nice little detail as well. So yeah, another arms, the Troll's arms, you can make a really beefy Titan with this. Pretty much steeplechase works. Anything with this chest plate can work very nicely, like even these ice arms, so the Icefall Mantle can make a really cool ice white set with this armor with like monochromatic. So yeah, you can pretty much just like go really like out there with this. This armor is very versatile in terms of the chest and helm. As for the boots, I don't know if it'll look a bit off with like the hoof feet on the bottom, as you can see. And as for the mark, this could pretty much work with anything, as this cosmic background can just instantly get taken off by any shader, as you can see, which is pretty, you know, it's a bit annoying. I wish it like kept the cosmic and it just changed the color of it, but it just straight up just gets rid of it completely, which is a bit unfortunate, but it still looks really nice as a whole. But yeah, overall you can mix this extremely well with multiple like different sets. I think this is up there with the best sets we've seen for the Titan in a long time. As you can see, you just make some really cool armor sets with this. I know the arms don't match the glow, but you get what I mean where I'm coming from. And yeah, they can pretty much just match with pretty much anything. You can make so many different sets with this, and if any of you out there was missing this Phoenix Strife ornament, this is a great replacement for that. I think this is just absolutely amazing. And even the helmet change, you know, you're going to keep this little glow underneath because it's part of the torso, so if you really like the glow, you're going to really love this set. But yeah, that is pretty much the whole armor set. Let me know what you all think of it in the comments below. The pieces I would recommend is pretty much all of it. I wouldn't even say there's like a really bad piece in this set. I'd say all of them are very versatile in how you can use them, and unlike the Dawning sets where there was like one or two pieces which I would not use on another set, with this set I would say that this Eververse set is just absolutely amazing, and it can match with so many different sets. The only bad thing I could say is maybe the hoof at the bottom of the boots. This necessarily isn't a bad thing as it matches the whole set, but if you want to mix it with different armor, it may look a bit weird matching these with different sets. But as for like the whole armor as a whole is absolutely amazing, and I would definitely recommend buying it if you main a Titan. So now moving on to the final set for the Warlock. Now, testing shaders on it and looking at other combos in game, I honestly think that this might now be the best Eververse set. The Titan one was my favourite, but I must say that using this, I think the Hunter one actually is probably the best one out of the 3 classes for this Eververse set. As you can see, it has a lot of glow, same glow as on the other 2 sets with the little Empyrean lines. Now, as for like combos in armor, I think there's a lot of potential with this. So I'm going to be quickly moving on to the shaders and showing you how little shaders and a bunch of armor combos you could possibly use. But yeah, these shaders are pretty much the shaders I really think look really nice in the game overall. Like some of my favorite shaders. So I'm just going to be going over some and showing you all like how it looks. So as you can see, Refurbished Black Armory looks really nice with this. The lines obviously stay white, but the helmet goes red as well as the bond, and I think it just looks really clean. Carbon Blood is possibly one of the best shaders that's been released in terms of the red colour, and this was sold at the end of last season. Carminica looks really nice as well. This was the Crucible Bashoot back in Season of Rivals. Begizan Knight, which adds a really cool like scaling towards the end effect, as you can see here. This looks really cool. I really like this little detail here, so that's just really neat from this shader. As you can see, it does it again with Skeletal. So this is just a common thing with some of the shaders, they'll do this. So I think you can make some nice like contrasting sets. As you can see on Metro, it completely eliminates this patterning and design and just dims the glow a little. So if you don't like the glow as much, I think this is a really nice shader to use. Crimson Valor. Now this one doesn't shade it too well. As you can see towards the end of Feathers, it goes shiny compared to none, and I don't think it blends very well. So I don't think this shader looks too good compared to the other reds. And I'm just going to be looking over a quick little few now with Abyssian Gold, which we've done is from the Bright Dust store. Then we have Dawning Festiveness, which is from Dawning, and I think this is one of my favourite blue ones. Night's Chill, which is actually from the Season of Undying Pass. Amethyst Veil, which as you can see looks very clean, and I think Amethyst Veil being one of the best shades in the game looks absolutely amazing on this set. And this I think would pair really nicely with the Astrocyte Verse Exotic. So as you can see, I quickly switched the Astrocyte Verse Exotic, and I think it looks quite cool with the armor. So there's a lot of potential here, and I definitely recommend getting this if you like the look of this right now. Now as for like the actual armor, there's some really cool details. So if you couldn't tell already, there's these feather ends, as you can see. So they flow really nicely, and I think they just look so cool. These all end bits, and then the galaxy animated moving background, as you can see here. So this was seen as well on the Titan set, but the shader obviously completely eliminates this background. And as for another exotic I think perfectly matches this set, would obviously be Claws of Ahamkara because of the feathers. I think these just match absolutely amazing, so if you're looking to make a fashion set, definitely would try making one with this. As you can see, feathers they just look absolutely amazing with this set. So I just absolutely love the whole look of this set. And yeah, I just absolutely love the look of this set, especially with these exotics. Now in terms of helmets that can match really nice with this armor, I would say Lucent Knight. As you can see, it actually looks quite nice with this armor. Now other helmets, obviously being the Helm of the Exile, it looks really good as always. And then even other pieces which if you don't even want to use the chestplate, you can use the Lucent Knight. That's a really nice one. This could look pretty good as well with Legacy Oath if you change this to like red and make like a Siva set. So I'll just try and make a quick Carminica one here. So you know, there's a lot of potential here, and with the glow as well in the helm, you can make a nice Virtuous set, or even change out the boots of Virtuous. So you can go ahead and switch it to these ones, and then just, you know, pair with the feathers, and it just looks so cool together, the whole set. So you can make some really nice armors with this. Now as for the armors as a whole, what you should and shouldn't get in terms of the pieces. Now the bond is really cool, but honestly there's a lot of other things in the game which you can use, like the Forbidden Visage. So it's not like something spectacular out there. It does look really cool, to be fair, and there's some really nice shaders onto it, but it's nothing too special. There's been the Guardian games which has had a very nice similar look to this. And another piece which I don't think is necessarily needed are the arms ornaments. There's nothing too much that this adds, as you can see, all the upper arm glow here is all from the chest plate. So you could change these arms as much as you want and it pretty much won't affect the glow at all. So I wouldn't really recommend, if you don't have enough to buy the whole set, I'd recommend buying the helmet, robes, and the boots. Mainly the helmet and the robes, but if you want to buy all of it, go ahead, it's all worth it. The bond is really cool, the grips can still work really nicely even with like the Northlight set. So, you know, it's not like it's terrible, the whole set is amazing. It's just, if you don't have enough, obviously I would recommend mainly getting the helmet and the robes, and then possibly the boots if you can get that as well. But yeah guys, that's pretty much the video. Let me know in the comments below if this helped you at all. I just hope this gives you an insight into the armor and if you should buy certain sets. But yeah, please consider subscribing as I'm trying to hit 7,000 subs by the end of the month, and consider dropping a like as I tried to get this out as quick as I could. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.